Hey guys, it's Cobalt here, and welcome back to another video where I'll be showing you the custom commissions that I have finished recently. This is finally the last of the clips that I filmed in my college dorm room, so after this video, the footage will get much better. I do want to quickly apologize though, because the last two customs that I showed you, I filmed the week that I was moving out, so I had all my lights and stuff packed away, and the lighting and the footage quality is so awful, and I'm so sorry that you have to look at that, and I did these customs dirty. I am so sorry, but I hope you guys don't mind. This video is also going to be the last of the daily videos that I'm doing. I basically made a video like every single day in June, which is kind of crazy, but I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm just going to switch back to like 1 or 2 videos every week so I can focus on bigger content. I hope you guys are excited for that, and I hope you don't mind. I really appreciate you sticking around and watching all the stuff that I've been posting. But without further ado, let's get right on into the video. Alright, I know I've definitely said this before, but this guy is my favorite commission that I've ever done and just one of my favorite customs in general. And what's funny is the last time I said this about a custom, it was actually for a commission for the same person. This little guy, this Great Dane character I made for the same person, and they reached out to me again to commission this character, and this character is so freaking cool. I am just honestly obsessed with him, and I'm so happy that I was able to make this custom. So of course, I'm going to show you the reference on the side of the screen so you can see what this custom was inspired by. I just think that this character was so awesome. I love absolutely everything about him, his design, his colors, his vibes. It's just perfect. So I definitely wanted to do this character justice, and originally the commissioner suggested that I use a kangaroo base, and I did obviously use a kangaroo head, but for the body, kangaroos have like very slim bodies, and I feel like there wasn't enough space to really go all out, so I decided to offer up a dancing panda body that I had. It was actually a base figure that I was saving for a different custom, but I just thought that this guy was so cool, I was like, nah, I have to use it for this commission. So that is exactly what I did. Now I'm going to zoom in and talk about all of the stuff that I sculpted on him. So starting with the head, I sculpted the fluff on both sides of the cheeks. I sculpted this cute little pointy nose here, his 2 little teeth, which are so small and definitely one of my favorite parts of the custom. On his ears, I sculpted all these like extra fur parts on the side. To his goggles, sculpted his little alien antennas, some hair here on the other ear as well. And then on the back of the head, I sculpted all of this hair for like his big mane, which is super cool. And then it goes down to his back as well, so I sculpted more hair there. I sculpted his bandana with these cute little lightning bolts that are painted on it, and then I sculpted the bandages on his arms and his legs. Fun fact, for the toes, these are actually cut off of the kangaroo base figure and then just stuck on, and then I covered up the seams with the bandages. And then of course I sculpted his big giant tail, the bandages as well, and this fluff on the end. It's just such a cool design, and everything about this custom is just so interesting, and I love the way that his eyes look as well. I think part of the reason why I love this custom so much, I mean, other than the fact that he's got like retro and alien vibes, for some reason this custom also just really reminds me of Daxter from the video game series Jak and Daxter, which is one of my favorite things of all times. And I made a custom of Daxter before, but now like seeing this custom and this base put together, I really want to make him again, like from this head swap, because it's just so cool. Oh, I forgot to mention this character is like a kangaroo character as well, and I sculpted this pouch here on his little belly right there. It's like so smooth into the base, I completely forgot that I added that as well. But yeah, he's just got a lot of like details and stripes and stuff. He's got these diamonds on the backs of his ears and all that going on. He definitely took a while. Sculpting him was definitely the longest, but I made sure to take a video of what he looked like pre-painted so you can see all of the sculpting that I did and how it was very much a combination of Neatite and epoxy sculpt. So all of the green stuff is Neatite, and then the whitish / light gray is epoxy sculpt. Again, this guy was so fun to make, and if I don't stop talking now, I'm just going to keep talking about this guy for hours. I'm asking the commissioner to send me a picture of both of the customs together because I cannot wait to see them together, so I'll put that here on the screen. And I'm definitely going to miss this little guy, but I know he's going to a great home. This next commission is a little cow character for somebody on Etsy. Here is the reference sheet that they provided me. It is a very simple little white cow design with some blue spots and other purple details, but it is very cute. The only things that I sculpted on this custom were its 2 little horns here, this cowbell necklace, and then there is a bit of like curly little fluff on the neck that I sculpted as well. The commissioner suggested that I do any color eyes that I want because they weren't sure what eye color they wanted the custom to have, so I decided to go with yellow because it matches the other yellow details in the designs like the horns and the collar, and it also complements nicely with the purple as well. And then I just added all these little spots, and here's my signature on the bottom. Again, very simple, but definitely very cute, and I added a little star or flower shape in the eyes as well just to make them a little bit more interesting. Alright, this next custom is of a a character that I never expected that I would ever make for a commission. I can't remember what the character's name is, but it is the main guy from the movie The Book of Life. I completely forgot that movie existed, and I had no idea that there was like a fandom for it. So very odd choice for a commission, but I definitely think that's really cool. So here he is. He's made from a collie base figure. I always love making collie customs because collies are the best. I sculpted his hair, which was really fun to make. It's got like this cool little swoop. And then of course I sculpted his clothes. He has like a matador outfit. And this character is super, super detailed. He has so many like little golden and like designs and stuff all over his clothes. For the custom, since LPS bodies are so small, I obviously had to simplify that a lot. So a lot of the little designs just ended up, being little paint dots. But I still think that it comes across well enough. You know who the character is. You can recognize him if you know the character. So that was definitely a challenge for me, but I think that it ended up looking nice in the end. I love all the little gold details that I added on him as well, and like these little curly Q things that I sculpted on all of his limbs I think turned out really cool. And here is how the bottom looks. That's probably like the smallest signature I've ever painted, and overall I really like the way that this guy turned out. And his hair is black, but I added a little bit of brown to give him some highlights and some more depth, so it's not just a flat color, and same with the eyebrows. And then for the eyes, I just referenced them off of the style that the character has in the movie. This next commission definitely reminds me of a different shark dog that I made recently. Same color palette, same type of shark that it's based off of, but this is a commission for somebody on Instagram. This is the same person that commissioned me to do another Lego She custom. So of course, here is the reference that they provided me. It is their own design, their own character. I think it's very, very cool. I love all of the little details. Like a lot of the little paint parts have like little spots and stuff to form the gradient, which I think is really cool. As for sculpted parts, I sculpted his hair right here, the little eyebrows, these fluffs on the ears, and of course the shark tail, and then a little bit of fluff on the tail as well. I think that adding some fur onto the tail, even though it's like, a shark tail, I think that's a cool idea. I think it looks really cute. And he just has a bunch of fun little details, lots of spots and stripes, this little star, which I really like, and then I really love the eyes. The eyes were definitely a lot of fun to paint, and I think that they turned out really cool, and he even has a little bit of light purple detailing as well. I think that I honestly like this custom better than the other shark dog that I made, but they're both very cool. This next commission was for somebody on Etsy, and it was a custom inspired by a mood board. So here is the mood board that this person sent me, and then I came up with this design, and I think that this guy turned out really cool. I don't think I've really ever made a custom quite like this before. So it is made from a Great Dane base, and the only things that I sculpted are these two little rib bones here. There's some bones sculpted on the back that are sort of like a spine, and then he also has these bone antlers. And then I added like this dark part right here in between the eyes to sort of resemble a raccoon mask because there was a raccoon in the mood board. And then for the eyes, I did my like dragon eye style sort of, and that's always really fun to do and fun to paint. And then I really love the colors on this guy as well. I think that this like pinkish sort of magenta color goes really well with this teal color, and this dark teal is actually a color that I mixed, so not too many customs that I will ever make will have this color. And then I think my favorite detail about this guy is probably the paws. I painted the bottom of them a light teal, and he has a couple of paws painted on as well, but I just think that's cool when like you expect them to be the same dark teal color, but then they're actually a completely different color. And here's what the bottom of his ribs look like and the bottom of his tail. Overall, I think that this guy turned out pretty cool, and since this custom is going to be a surprise, of course, I hope that the commissioner likes them, and I'm not sure who they are on any social medias, but they did mention possibly using this guy as their mascot, which would be super awesome, and I would love to see that if that's the case. I apologize for the terrible lighting, but here is the next commission. This one was a lot of fun, and this is also for somebody on Etsy who I have worked with a few times in the past, so it's always nice to work with a returning customer. But anyways, this custom is supposed to be a meta Pokemon. It is supposed to be another evolution called Flushion, so it's based off of a toilet, which is so funny. But here is the reference sheet that the commissioner provided me for this little guy, and for this custom I did sort of a crazy head swap here, so you might not be able to tell what I used, but it is a panda head, rabbit ears, and a crouching cat body. And then obviously this one has a bunch of sculpted parts and a few other fancy details. So I sculpted these eyebrows here, I sculpted the hair that's all the way around on the head, I sculpted the fluff on the neck, and of course I also sculpted this little toilet lid tail and this right here as well. So it has this opening part in its body for, I guess, the toilet bowl, and originally I was just going to drill into it, but I don't have a drill, so I just cut off of its body and just sculpted some clay on there, and then on the inside you can sort of see, instead of paint, it is actually resin, and the resin that I use, because I've never used resin before, is actually this stuff back here. It's like diorama water. That was just an idea that I had, not prompted by the commissioner, but I thought that it would be cool and I wanted to try it out, and it worked really well, so I want to try to do something like that again in the future. And then of course this custom also has glitter on it. It's got glitter on its neck and glitter on its hair. It has 2 different shades of brown glitter, so glitter on the top, glitter on the bottom. So if you want a commission with glitter, and that is 100% doable. The next commission is another mood board commission, so it is just a simple repaint of this little cat here. Technically this custom was also a head swap. This is a base that exists, I just didn't have one. I had a loose short hair cat head and then one of these bodies, so I combined them so that I didn't have to order a new base figure. But anyways, here is the mood board that the commissioner on Etsy provided me. I wanted to originally do sculpted parts, but they just paid for a simple repaint, so to compensate for that I added all of these little like glitter details and stuff because I thought that that fit the mood board really well, and I just wanted to use a bunch of like pastel colors. So there's a bunch of little stars and hearts, and there's 2 stars on the ears, and I gave it some little like anime eyes, and there's also a heart on its chest, and then I put like 2 little star glitters on its paws, which I thought was a cute detail as well. And overall I really like this one. I think my favorite part about this custom is the colors that I used in the eyes. I think that the purple and the teal go really nicely together. And those are all the customs that I had to show you in this video. I'm really excited for the next one of these videos so that I can actually show you some customs in some quality lighting. But either way, I hope you guys still like these ones. Of course, let me know which one was your favorite, and even though I don't know exactly when that will be, I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye!